Here are 7 reasons why some people just can't stand INFJs. 1. They're too deep for everyday conversations. INFJs live in the deep end of the emotional and intellectual pool. Small talk feels like a chore to them. They often prefer discussions about the meaning of life, personal growth, or societal structures, topics that can feel intense or overwhelming to people who aren't wired the same way. To some, this comes off as aloof, pretentious, or overly serious. People might feel like they can't relax around an INFJ because they're always on some other level. 2. They can be emotionally intense and hard to read. Despite being warm and emotionally intelligent, INFJs are notoriously private. They absorb other people's emotions like a sponge, but rarely reveal their own. This can create a confusing dynamic where someone feels seen by the INFJ, but doesn't feel like they know the INFJ in return. That mix of intensity and mystery can feel manipulative or unsettling to certain people. Others may think the INFJ is playing games or hiding something, when really, they're just protecting their inner world. 3. Their idealism can come off as judgmental or rigid. INFJs hold themselves and others to high moral and ethical standards. They tend to have strong values and a vision for how the world should be. When others don't align with that vision, INFJs can become frustrated, even if they don't voice it. People might pick up on that quiet disapproval and interpret it as self-righteousness or passive-aggressiveness. INFJs may not realize how much their silent expectations affect their relationships. 4. They're conflict avoidant until they explode. One of INFJ's biggest contradictions is their tendency to avoid conflict at all costs until they can't anymore. They bottle up frustration, hide hurt feelings, and try to keep the peace, often to their own detriment. But when that emotional dam breaks, it can surprise or even shock everyone around them. People who don't understand INFJs may feel blindsided, thinking, where did that come from? The INFJ's emotional outbursts can seem out of proportion or manipulative, especially if the other person didn't know anything was wrong in the first place. 5. They have a savior complex. INFJs often want to fix people, even when no one asks them to. They're natural counselors and feel drawn to help those in emotional distress. While their intentions are usually pure, this can come across as patronizing or intrusive. People might feel like INFJs are trying to psychoanalyze them or heal them without permission. The INFJ might believe they're being helpful, but others may feel smothered, judged, or like they're being viewed as broken. 6. They're perfectionists who struggle to let go. INFJs often idealize people, situations, and outcomes. When things don't go according to their vision, they get stuck in cycles of overthinking, disappointment, or trying to fix everything. They can also be obsessive about doing things the right way, which can frustrate more go-with-the-flow types. This perfectionism also means INFJs tend to be hard on themselves and can inadvertently project those high standards onto others. People might feel they're walking on eggshells, afraid of letting the INFJ down. 7. They ghost or withdraw without warning. When INFJs are overwhelmed, overstimulated, or emotionally drained, they disappear, sometimes without explanation. They go into what's often called an INFJ door slam, cutting off relationships they feel are toxic or irreparable, sometimes with cold finality. Even if it's self-protective, this behavior can seem heartless to the person on the other end. Friends and partners may be left confused or hurt, not understanding why the INFJ vanished or gave up on them so suddenly. In a nutshell, INFJs are complex, soulful individuals, but like every personality type, they come with challenges. Their intensity, privacy, idealism, and emotional depth can be gifts, but also sources of friction. Some people just don't vibe with their wavelength, and that's okay. But to those who do connect with an INFJ, the relationship is often deeply rewarding, loyal, and life-changing.